Okay, then in the previous session we have completed 50 questions and then we continue with the 51 onwards we get started. First series started in the previous session, isn't it? We have some more questions in that area. First phylum with tissue grade of organization. First phylum with tissue grade of organization, Coelenterata or Ctenidaria we can say. Coelenterata, his other name is Cnidaria. First phylum is coordination between the cells and from tissue. Who is that? Coelenterata or Cnidaria. First phylum with two germ layer, Diploblastica. Again same, Coelenterata or Cnidaria. Sometimes Coelenterata, sometimes Cnidaria they said. That's why I are using again and again. First phylum with three germ layer. That means asking about Triploblastica. Who is that? Phylum Platyhelminthes. First phylum with three germ layer, phylum Platyhelminthes. First phylum with organ system grade of organization. Organ system grade of organization means that you should get through Aschelminthes. First phylum with fate of blastopore is mouth, asking about protostomian phylum. Who is that? Phylum Platyhelminthes. First phylum with true body cavity. As I said to you, Shaejocoelom, Enterocoelom, both are true body cavity. So phylum Annelida is the answer. First phylum with mesoderm as a primary germ layer means asking about triploblastic animal. Who is that? Phylum Platyhelminthes. First phylum with spiral and determinate type of cleavage. Where did we see this? Protostomia. So answer will be phylum Platyhelminthes. First phylum with radial indeterminate. Where did we are seeing this? In Deuterostomia. So answer will be Echinodermata. Phylum without body cavity means saying about Acylometa. Who is that? Phylum Platyhelminthes. Phylum with false body cavity, Pseudocylometa, that is Aschelminthes. Phyla with true body cavity, from phylum Annelida to Chordata, like Annelida, Arthropoda, Mollusca, Shaejocoelomata, Echinodermata, Hemichordata, Chordata, Enterocoelomata, total Annelida to Chordata. Phyla with true body cavity formed by the splitting of mesoderm, Shaejocoelom, isn't it? That is Annelida to Mollusca. Phyla with true body cavity from the pouches of Archenteron. Who is that? Enterocoelomata. That means Echinodermata, Hemichordata, Chordata. Body cavity with scattered mesodermal pouches. For whom it is? Pseudocoelomates, Aschelminthes. Pseudocoelom, Aschelminthes. NCERT line, very important. Phyla with two primary germ layers. Diploblastica is asking. So, Cnidaria and Ctenophora. Cnidaria nothing but Coelenterata. Phyla with two primary germ layers are joined in the grade, that is in Radiata or Diploblastica. Phyla with radial symmetry are joined in the grade, radial symmetry, grade Radiata or Diploblastica. Eumetajovan with bilateral symmetry, triploblastic body are included in the grade. Which one? Grade Bilateria or Triploblastica. Three primary germ layers of bilaterians are, what are they? Ectoderm, mesoderm, endoderm. Symmetry in triploblastic animals. What is the symmetry? Bilateria is also called triploblastica. So, three germ layers with bilateral symmetry. Number of germ layers in the animal who exhibit radial symmetry, grade Radiata, is also called Diploblastica. So, answer will be two germ layers. Number of germ layers in the animals who exhibit bilateral symmetry. So, bilateria is also called triploblastica. That means 3 germ layers. Eumetadjuvants in which blastopore develops into mouth are referred to as protostomia. Proto first, stoma, mouth. That's it. That's it. We continue the second one. We said in this session we'll do till 100. Till 100 we'll do this. Every chapter of NCERT textbook is available in the form of single line questions like this. Means here, every chapter, if you are able to do practice like this, definitely 360 is going to be guaranteed in this particular area. As I promised to you, there is a proper technique required. Proper technique required. Not student effort it is an expert effort. But an expert examiner expect the teacher, qualified that expert teacher can take you towards the medical college easily. So that kind of expertization you can see here. The basics itself have 150 questions, isn't it? When we go to the chapter, even there we have, for every chapter we have single sentence questions like this. We should run the game with the speed. See here, in 5 seconds answer is coming. Before answer comes, you have to answer. That is the speed game. So you can do the same practice at home also. So now I am explaining the questions here. So you can do the same practice available, this particular questions, and questions will be given to you also. Cleavage pattern in protostomes. What is the cleavage pattern in protostome? Spiral and determinate. First triploblastic eumetadjuvant with a solid body plan. What is the meaning of this solid body plan? Solid body plan. That means we said in the gastrula stage, outer lining is ectoderm, inner lining is endoderm, isn't it? Then after we said like the mesodermal cells which are formed here filled the complete body cavity, hence we call a coelom, isn't it? A coelom. Coelom means body cavity, A means absent. Why absent? Because they are filled by mesenchymal tissue. We learned this in coelom chapter, reminding you. So that is in other way you can call solid body plan. They don't have cavity, that's why solid you can see. So whom they are asking? First triploblastic eumetadjuvant with solid body plan. Who is that? Asking about phyla. That is phylum Platyhelminths. Why should we write? That will come. See. Eumetadjuvant with solid body plan will be phylum Platyhelminths. If an organism is without a body cavity, such body plan is called as, same question in other angle. The body plan is called a coelomata, or you may call it as solid body plan. Phylum Platyhelminths. Space between the body wall and visceral organs is absent. Such body plan is called. Same question in other dimension. Space is absent, they are saying. Who is that? Again same. A coelomate condition, solid body plan. The perivisceral space of acoelomates is filled with tissue called as, what do you name the tissue as? We name the tissue as mesenchymal tissue or parenchymal tissue. The name of the mesodermal tissue, mesenchymal or parenchymal tissue. Mesenchyme or parenchyme derived from which germ layer? We said it is formed by the division of mesoderm. Animals of this group possess a primary body cavity between the body wall and alimentary canal. A primary body cavity. Who is that primary body cavity? Pseudocoelom. To say true body cavity, secondary body cavity should present. They are saying only primary body cavity, that will be pseudocoelom. Body cavity of nematode is not lined by mesodermal epithelial layer, hence they are called as primary body cavity. The reason to say they are primary body cavity because they are not lined by mesoderm, we call it as pseudocoelom. The two mesodermal epithelial layers which lines the body cavity of true coelomates are, might not be registered over in general, I will remind you once again, we learned this in coelom topic. This is the body wall, this is the gut wall, ectoderm and endoderm. There in the transverse section I said, this thing is going to be happened over, which color will take? Okay. Mesoderm went to the ectoderm side, mesoderm went to the endoderm side. Did you see this color clearly? Or we'll take another one. Let me take another one. Yeah, this is the better one, I think. Mesoderm went to the ectoderm side, mesoderm went to the endoderm side. So, this mesoderm is called as somatic or parietal mesoderm. Somatic or parietal mesoderm. The mesoderm went toward the gut side, we call visceral or splanchnic mesoderm. Visceral or splanchnic mesoderm. And the cavity present in between is termed as secondary body cavity. Cavity, what do you say? Secondary body cavity. So, what is the question? The two mesodermal epithelial layers which lines the body cavity of true coelomates are somatic or parietal mesoderm, visceral or splanchnic mesoderm. That's it. Somatic or parietal mesoderm, visceral or splanchnic mesoderm. If primary body cavity present in the organisms, they are called as pseudocoelomates. Embryonic cavity, primary body cavity. If it remain in the adult, it is called false body cavity, that is nothing but pseudocoelom. To say true body cavity, which cavity should need to be present? Secondary body cavity, isn't it? If secondary body cavity present in the organisms, they are called as eucoelom or true coelom. If secondary body cavity present in the organisms, they are called as eucoelom or true coelom. Outer mesodermal layer of body cavity in true coelomates is called, now only I said, somatic or parietal mesoderm. Somatic or parietal mesoderm. What is the inner mesodermal layer of the body cavity in true coelomates? Visceral or splanchnic mesoderm. Visceral or splanchnic mesoderm. Inner mesodermal layer of body cavity in true coelomates is visceral or splanchnic mesoderm. Eucoelomate group in which anus is formed from or near the blastopore is, talking about the fate of blastopore, that anus is formed from or near the blastopore is deuterostomia. In protostomia, blastopore develops as mouth. In deuterostomia, blastopore develops as anus. Eucoelomate group in which mouth is formed after anus or secondarily. Try to understand the question. Eucoelomate group which mouth is formed away from the blastopore. For that, let me explain this story once. I'll remind you the story. We learned in protostomia, and we said that this opening is called blastopore. If this blastopore develops as mouth, we said that is protostomia. If the blastopore develops as anus, that we called it as deuterostomia. The same question asked in different dimension. Check it out. If here it is mouth, opposite end will be anus, isn't it? So in protostomia, first formed is mouth, next formed is anus. In deuterostomia, first formed is anus, next formed is mouth. Okay. So what is the question here? Eucoelomate group in which mouth is formed away from the blastopore. So in the blastopore, what is formed? Mouth. Up to opposite end, away from the blastopore will be anus. For whom? For protostomia. For protostomia, we can frame the statement like this. Mouth is formed near the blastopore, anus is away, formed away from the blastopore. See in deuterostomia, anus is formed from blastopore, mouth is formed from, here mouth is formed from away from the blastopore. As I said to you, in the same series, I will test your logical thinking also. With peace of mind, if you think, you will be able to answer. Such kind of questions are going to be 25 to 30% in the NEET examination. This is the information we learned already. So how we apply the information is very important. Okay, moving on. So what will be the answer for these? Answer came to you. Eucoelomate group which mouth is formed away from the blastopore at the opposite end. So what it will be? Definitely deuterostomia. Next question. Cleavage pattern of protostome. Straight question. Cleavage pattern of protostome, that is spiral and determinate. Cleavage pattern is spiral and determinate. One more straight question. Cleavage pattern of deuterostomes is radial and indeterminate. Radial and indeterminate. Eucoelomate group in which true coelom formed by the outpouching of archenteron. Who is that? Enterocoelom. Seigocoelomates and enterocoelomates together called eucoelomates. Why? Because both are having true body cavity. Eucoelomate or true coelomate. Okay, human being, we belong to chordata, isn't it? So that means kingdom Animalia, subkingdom Eumetazoa, grade Bilateria or Triploblastica, division Deuterostomia, subdivision Enterocoelomata, phylum Chordata. Our taxonomic position in the animal kingdom, human. Embryos of protostomes are called as mosaic embryo due to spiral cleavage. Mosaic embryo. Embryos of deuterostomes are called as regulative embryo. How does that embryo is formed? Due to radial cleavage. Regulative embryos. First phylum with mosaic embryo, asking about protostomian phylum. So that is first protostomian phylum will be Platyhelminthes. So first phylum with regulative embryo. First phylum with regulative embryo. Who is that? Asking about deuterostomia, isn't it? that is Echinodermata, first phylum asked, not all the phyla, first phylum. Okay, we continue with 101 to 150 in the next session. Okay, so that's it. In the second session, more questions about the coelom. If you have any problem with the coelom, go and watch the coelom video again and then come back here. Okay, and fate of blastopore, mouth and anus, some logical questions are there. So, read 1 or 2 times. Read 10 times, no matter at all. When you are reading, when you are practicing, when you are revising again and again, you can see the new dimensions, the understanding it can be expected over in the NEET. That competitive examination different from the regular pattern of reading. You need to have a patience. You need to have the patience to read again and again to understand the dimensions of the topic. Okay, then thank you. We'll continue with the third session. That will be the last session for us to 101 to 150. Okay, then.